you have this slight trigger motion, body trigger and start the brake swing. That makes the body motion easier when you start the brake swing. Now, at the top of brake swing, we have a lot of wrist card. So if you go, you have this wrist card here. From this point, when you start the downswing, the club head is going high up here, right? That means you have castellation. What happens is you use the wrist card quite a bit here, but then try to throw the club. The club head is traveling up. So essentially, the reason why you are rushing is because you go here a lot of wrist card here, then try to put it, throw the club out earlier. You have a lot of wrist motion. So what happens is that the club head moves away from your body, then you get impact will coming this way. So if you keep the club head close to the body, then you will let it go. So you will extend your arm here. But because you are letting the club leave away from your body earlier, then the club head will follow this large arc earlier. It's coming closer, so you have to change it. And they will not be So on one hand, you are throwing the club this way, your body is standing up. That's why you use your hand. So then you go and try to bring your arms and your body to stand. But we can improve the flow. Okay? Instead of a head very active wrist, we can start with okay. The best way to improve this is continuous. Let's start with the works. You have full body motion. So I'm not going to work on the kettlebell today. So this is your rope. Swing the rope back and forth continuously. Then pay attention to the rope. All you do is give enough speed so that the rope can go around your body. You don't have to manipulate. Just give enough speed. Here, your backswing, your hands go about this side here. Basically, you're stopping here. That's why you have to use your wrist a lot. Bring it down. Bring the hands a little higher. And then let it go around your body. Instead of just literally stopping it. Let it go around your body. You need to feel the motion of the rope. So it's going around your body. Let's make it a bit horizontal, so you can really take it right back and try to keep it a bit horizontal. And then swing a bit faster, a little bit faster. And in the backswing, try to keep the rope under your arm. Go around and bring the rope this way. Okay, in the front here, your hands are too high. Bring it about here. So keep it maybe slightly above your bedside here. About here, you try to swing. You can have a little bit of the slope here. If the arms go this far out, it's this one.
What in the body motion brings you here then?
So go here, if you have a slight angle here, and the rope goes over your right shoulder here, So,
You still want me to do it mostly horizontal?
Still the arms are reached out too much. And then, all the way back, bring the hands above your shoulder. The right hand above your shoulder. The reason why the rope goes for your neck is flat.
Yeah.
So you need to have a reasonable slope here so the rope goes.
So I have my body set up right for this drill, but have the rope. Okay.
Because you are going too far down, so it's actually a bit flat. There now. Now, for the end of the vacuum, what happens is you are stopping your shoulder, then just the arm goes here, Instead, try to add, make the shoulder turn continuous all the way. So, for the end, make the shoulder turn continuous, and then instead of just, make it continuous, so add the extra shoulder forward. That motion looks a lot more like a human motion, not the robot. So, again, toward the end of the vacuum, always give extra shoulder turn and then make the motion continuous instead of just stop and then like this. Keep continuous. The same thing on this side, continuous. And also, when you bring the rope up, what happens is you just do this and then stop here. Swing all the way. Try to swing all the way, even the arm motion, or the add your arm motion here. Instead of just snapping it here. Let it go all the way, turn the body. It's really important to generate a continuous motion. Yes. Yeah. And as you swing back and forth, you have to maintain good balance in the body. Correct your upper body very well.
Yeah.
That's why you can lose that. Your lower body should be more active. The legs should control the whole up things. Now, let's make it a little bit faster. So turn the rope a little faster. And then make it flat so you don't hit the ground. Just to make it flat enough so that it avoids the heat. So that's the motion. It does not mean you rush that. Why? The motion is best if you have add, as you will have a best motion, add extra turn here in the delta. Add extra turn in the delta. Is that all? Motion is best, but it has time. Still the rope motion is similar to rubber. So pay attention to the motion of the end of the rope. Right? Your goal is to generate the continuous, smooth, continuous motion. Okay? While having enough speed here, but with the continuous body motion, get more time with each hand. both ways. Wait until the rope sort of wraps around you, right? And then, in order to wait more here, instead of just stopping and then pausing, your body keeps turning and extra shoulder your lower and keep moving and then let go. Keep moving and then let go. Instead of just like this way. Again, swing, extra shoulder turn, let it go, extra shoulder turn, let it go, extra shoulder turn, let it go, extra shoulder turn, let it go. Try to develop sort of vertical. You should have a little vertical.
Okay.
So when you have a good vertical rhythm, then you can never rush.
Mm-hmm.
Because the overall rhythm is dictated by its good vertical rhythm. So if you don't have the vertical rhythm, then you can not quickly. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The motion is a lot smoother now. Yeah. And always when you swing the rope back and forth, try to feel the motion of the end of the rope. Okay, you have to know where the end of the rope is. Okay, go ahead. Swing, 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 develop good vertical rhythm. Swing, swing, swing. Okay. Swing, 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 develop good vertical rhythm. Swing, swing, swing. Yeah, the flow is now a lot smoother. Still, you have tendency of rushing.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell it. But at least you have a very consistent motion. But what I see is that now when you turn, you're going all the way to this side, finish, go all the way finish here. But we have to change the timing.
Okay.
We have to start shifting the other way a little earlier.
Well,
Yeah. So what happens is instead of stopping all the way here, rather turn and then slightly moving backward. So turn and slightly moving backward, turn, moving backward. So to introduce the shift to the opposite side
got it.
a little earlier.
Okay.
So that's the main focus continuously.
Okay.
If you just to finish it here, then you can rush it here. But when you have shift it this way and then slightly coming back during this motion, while you are going this way, you cannot rush them. So go out and slightly coming back, go out and slightly coming back, out slightly coming back, out slightly coming back. It's called the recentering motion. As you add this motion, still you have to turn the shoulder enough. So go here and turn enough for here.
Right.
And then so when you start this motion, you have to start with the shoulder turn.
Okay.
What happens is as you go here, you start using arms. To keep enough shoulder turn as you shift this way, still turn this way while you're shifting, and then start. So each way, when you start the turn, this has to be shoulder driven turn instead of arm driven. still in the turn, you are not turning enough.
Yeah.
Feel this.
I'm rushing it into the.
You are shooting an arrow.
Yeah.
Then you have enough tension developed here, right? By pulling this. And enough tension, then simply release it here. The same thing, when you turn, have the feel of the building the tension. So when you have enough turn, you have a good tension, automatically you start the downswing with the body turn. If the body turn stops somewhere along the way, then this is not enough, so you tend to use your arms instead. So if you have enough body turn, automatically, you see, you start the downswing with the body turn. If it stops somewhere, you use the arms. So give enough for shoulder turn. And also, so in doing that, give enough speed to the ball. So you don't have to worry about it. As long as the ball has enough speed, you always go around the ball. Right? All it is just give enough speed. You don't have to worry about where the ball is. Let it go around the ball. Then just pay attention to more body motion. Now the shift motion is too much.
Too much.
We are only doing recentering.
Okay.
When we have a shift away, and then just the recentering about here, and then start this motion. Bring the turn, we shift this way a little more, but and then just recenter, and then turn, and then recenter, and turn. So it doesn't have to be a lot of shift.
Okay.
In the opposite way. Throw the rope both ways. Throw. Yeah. That's good. So now it's very good. And then as you introduce the shift motion, instead of paying attention to the intentional horizontal motion, try to push the ground. Introduce more vertical action. That will give you the horizontal shift. So push, then push, push, and push. By pushing the ground, you turn. Instead of just turning horizontally like this. Okay? Then here you have, you can brush down. But if you have a push, and push, and push, and push, then the overall timing is dictated by the next push.
I find I do that better when I lift that heel. And is that okay?
But if you just lift this and then shift it here, then it's not doing a good job. Instead, push, and that push should give this result. So instead of lifting this too much and then going to the end here, by pushing the ground, you have to let the body change direction. So in other words, your body wants to move laterally, but by pushing the ground down and lateral here, outward, so that you are controlling the motion within this space. Your body should not go this far and then this far here, this far here, this far. Rather, so as you see, when you repeat this motion, your leg is constantly pushing the ground down and out here. So this lateral force will give the graduation force this way. This force will first slow down this motion and eventually change the direction. So you have to actively push your legs down and out. So when your focus is lifting this arm here, then you're not doing this. When you have a good push, you are loading onto this side and a good push, then essentially you will have this kind of motion instead of you have support the arms here. Shift it to the right is too much. You got it. lifting this too much. Just the shift here so that your right hip stays on the right foot. Your right knee is flexed here, right? So then push the ground. No. So up. Then up and back. Again, shift and push, and then put this one. Push and listen. Oh, yeah, so shift, turn, and then. So the leg action is responsible for this turn, and then after that, this shift. Okay. So push, and then this is what you finish with the right leg. And then on the left side, push, turn, and then next leg. So the leg will take care of turn in that direction. By pushing the ground, you'll be able to turn and then introduce this way. Yes. And then do this side the same thing. Yeah. So push, then this mode again. Okay.
Used to that. That's it.
Push and go here. Then push and here. Push and here. And push. So the leg push should start everything. When you put leg push, then it will turn the body again. Oh, just keep it here and then slide this. This is what the right leg does. And then left leg push and then at the end slide back. So in theory, if you push the ground well down and outward, down in the lateral direction here, that the ground motion force will be inward and upward. With that, you are controlling the continuous motion. You should have this lateral force and the vertical force. With that, you have push, 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 push. So pay attention to push. That's the accent. Yeah. So now this side is okay. This side is okay. You're doing better now. But this side is no. This side you have to turn in.
Yeah.
Just try to turn this. Right. Okay. This side also push and then this. Active push. Active push. You have metronome. Tick, 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 tick. Yes. Tick, tick. Tick, 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 tick. Active, more active leg action. Push, 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 push. Oh, it's too quick, too quick. So really, the whole thing is dictated by the leg push.
Gotcha.
When you put leg push, then you could not rush.
Yeah.
But when you don't have this vertical rhythm, then you can choose any time. Down. Again. Push, push. And reduce the tempo. So it will be slower, but have a better, good push. Still too quick. Compared to your normal swing tempo, is too quick.
Okay.
So try to really have a good push and then slow down the tempo a little.
Okay.
Push, push. Push, push, push. So let's dance with me. Try to match the tempo to mine. Okay? So here, let's start from here. Push left side, push right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You are just standing on this side. You are not really active.
Yeah, I can feel that.
The difference is that you can still push the ground and stand on this side versus when you really active push, then you can have this motion as well.
I'm used to loading up on this side, but not this side.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yes. So then, with the leg push, your shoulder turn.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good turn, after that you have slide.
It just automatically puts it in the right
Yes.
position.
So when you put the emphasis on the push here, the metronome ticks then tick, 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 tick. By actively pushing, you should be able to introduce this motion as part of the push. Yes, now that's better. Very good. Yes, so instead of going all the way here, here, by lifting the here, instead push and then actually coming back, push and coming back, push, push. This push will give you active body turn. Turn, at the end you have this push, this shift here. Push, turn, and then shift. Push, turn, and shift. Push, turn, and shift. Push, turn, and shift. So on. Really
I feel like I was artificially moving my pelvis and not really doing it.
Yeah.
Good push.
But now the person is getting better. Still temperature is too quick. Still temperature is too quick. So try to increase the push, the amount of force, will then make the motion a bit bigger, but slow down the temperature. Yes. That push will give you a good shoulder turn. With the push, you have to turn your shoulder right to shoulder turn. Yes, 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 yes. You see, when you have increased shoulder turn, automatically you are dropping.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the idea.
Okay.
Again, good push and then shoulder turn. Yes. Yeah. So what the leg push does is it will promote the good body turn. Also, toward the end, you will also have
So as I'm still winding up, I've already started.
and then keep it like this. So this way. Now, let's go back to the cross. Try to
It seems to contain it here.
try to again use the legs activity and then swing continuously. You have to, with the push, you have to turn your shoulders more.
Okay.
So imagine the metronome ticking at the ticks. Turn the shoulder more, turn the shoulder. The right shoulder turn is not enough to the back. So that's why the tempo, if the tempo is too quick, then you have problem. So push here, push here, push here,
Okay.
push here. So
Okay.
turn your shoulders more. It's the arms. It's taken from the arms. So you have to let the rope go around your body. You have to, by turning, you have to let the rope go around your body. Turn, 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 turn. Remember, with the arms only, when you have the good shoulder turn forward, you drop the body. The same, you have to, by pushing the ground, let the rope go all the way around your body, and then keep the shoulder turning to the end of your radial motion. Give a more shoulder turn. Now, just the arms, before the arms. Do the same motion. Yeah, there you can increase the shoulder turn. Now, you can chop up the rope a little bit if it's too long. The rope is here. It's too quick here. The rope has to accelerate and then decelerate and then finish here. But if it's too quick here, then it will just hit your head here. I don't swing the rope like this.
Right.
Instead, I let it go around my body. So has enough of deceleration, but ends up a lot more inside.
Okay.
So instead of just using jerky arm motion, then try to bring this, you have to use the overall shoulder turn to guide this smoothly here. So your shoulder turns more, but the rope decelerates nicely.
Okay.
Pay attention to the rope. Not your body motion, but essentially you have to
External focus.
move the rope nicely, continuously. Yes. That's better. Yes. Now you are more connected to the rope. You see, so nicely, instead of just chill around, nicely you can So this is the idea. Again, by pushing the ground actively with the leg, but ultimately the goal is to move the end of the rope continuously back and forth.
Okay.
For that,
Smooth.
instead of stopping here, you have the more shoulders and more shoulders back both ways. Make the motion smooth. Now you can feel the motion of the end of the ball. Let it go. 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 Still it's becoming more abrupt in the
And then I feel like I lose a little connection with ground reaction force, and my pelvis just stays here instead of
So as you repeat towards the end, you just try to again go this motion. But the goal is push and turn. Push and turn. So if you want again pay attention to your rope motion here, going around, 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 around your body, around your body, around your body, around your instead of
That's me.
and if you have the feel of throwing the rope over this way, instead of snapping,
Mm-hmm.
you're pulling it down.
Yeah.
So bring it down
Just
and
let it
then
go.
throw this way and then throw this way. It'll be easier. Easier to time everything. Yes, exactly. Yes. And then now, so as you throw, it's a lot easier to time. However, the main purpose of belting is to go here and then hold it to downswing. You just throw it and stop,
It's not good.
then you're starting downswing
Right.
all over again.
Okay.
Let it go. Let it go. So wind and then unleash. Wind and unleash. So the easiest way to wind up and then feel the tension is turning your shoulder instead of using the arms. Currently, I think your swing plane is too stiff,
Yeah.
considering your height. So make it a bit flatter. Make it flatter.
Flatter?
Yeah.
I thought it was too flat.
Because currently it's too stiff.
Too steep.
So you're coming down quite a bit there. That's why I will do this. But if you make it a bit flatter, you could add more time.
Flatter with, because I was worried that my shoulders were getting too flat, so that the bone was rolling.
Because you are relatively short.
Yes.
And then if you use a similar length of the club, naturally your swing plane should be flatter from
Okay.
others. So the slope of the swing plane is actually proportional to, or a function of
Yeah.
the length of the,
Right.
or the height of the person.
So instead of having a club here, would it be out?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
So try to maintain the slope right here
Okay.
instead of going down.
That makes sense.
And then have good wind up and then unleash. But here, when you go back swing, you are using your arm like this. Instead, from here, just turn in your motion instead of using the arm. Both ways you are guiding the rope with the shoulder turn. Even if you have
Yeah.
your hand in front of you, but With enough shoulder turn, your hands will this much sharp. And if you flex the elbow a little bit, then you have sufficient motion. See, from here, yes, there goes right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the backswing, from here, turning the body and then throw the rope. Instead of, you just start pulling the
Okay.
rope with your hands. Always turn the body and then let the rope go around your body. Push the ground so you can feel this vertical rhythm. A more active leg action, push. Instead of just turning the body like this. You lost the sense of pushing the ground.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. If I exaggerate this a little bit, let's see this. I intend to try to keep a lot of vertical motion, up and down motion. This feel. When you have to do vertical rhythm, you cannot rush. So currently what you do is just turn this way, turn
Without good grammar.
turn this way.
Okay.
Have a feel of vertical rhythm. But then you have to push the ground. Like this. Yes, so that's better. However, still it's too fast here. Rope is going too fast and then you stop. You're not connecting the backswing to downstream. So this motion should be acceleration here and then deceleration, wind up, and then change direction there. Instead of you're winding up the body and then let it go. Wind up, let it go. But this wind up and then down should connect. Yeah, the motion is good there. Yeah.
How do I let it mature without stopping? I want to let it mature but not have to restart all over again. I want it to be
Yeah,
continuous.
so if you add extra shoulder time, you will have more time.
Okay.
Swing, feel the rhythm, flow, swing, swing. Now, let's try this. So let's do an upright posture in the horizontal swing. In the horizontal swing, instead of using the arms here, try to turn the body and then run the rope around the body. Throw, 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 throw. So instead of using your arms a lot, use the body turn and then try to guide the body. Still, the legs.
Yeah.
You keep your hands in front of your body. Okay? Keep the hands are relatively passive. You keep it in front of your body. If you turn the body, over here, turn the body upwards here, turn, instead of using your arms, you turn the body, turn the body, turn the body, turn the body. When you turn the body, automatically it goes around. Imagine it.
Yeah.
Here we have a pendulum here. If you move the body, it's automatically So there's pendulum motion.
I can feel that, and then I lose the ground reaction
So,
force. And I pay attention to that.
and then also when you use a kettlebell, the same thing.
Okay.
If it's kettlebell, it's just hanging here. Let's say here's just we have a string or something, it's hanging. And when you move your body, then you swing this around. No need to use your arms. The same thing. When you turn the ropes, when you swing the ropes, a lot of it is just a kind of body rotation. If they keep the hands in front of your body, turn, just turn, 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 turn. If you just turn your pelvis good, then you have this much turn without using your arms. So try to turn your pelvis, and with that try to swing the rope. And you give more shoulder turn, and then connect to the turn, body turn. So the key is, it's not just your intention to make fast motion, but it's not the vertical motion. You should continuous turn, using the legs.
And instead,
It's too fast. And then and stop, and stop. But continuous, huge acceleration followed by deceleration. Yeah, and then lower the angle a little bit, so I'll make it a little bit steeper. Swing. When you just turn the body without using the legs, then you lose the legs. So always the legs should be active, and then you take everything. Yeah, and here. But still, as the rope is going this way, you already start the turn.
So I thought I needed to.
Yeah, so you have to wait until this rope motion is done, and then let it go.
Okay.
Instead of keep going like this, go and wait until this is done, swing, wait until this is done, and then let it go.
Gotcha. I think I gotcha.
Yes. Still is a little bit rushed. Wait a little more. Let it go. Wait a little bit more. Let it go. Wait. Let it go. Wait. Oh, rushed. Yeah. So what happens
As soon
is,
as I try and get a good push again,
what happens is while still this is going this way, you try to start this way. Wait until this is completely here. Then let it go.
okay.
Completely. That's very good. Yeah. So again, give more time at each end. Wait until the rope motion is completed.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Then that will be easier to control your tempo. So almost, you don't have to shift a lot this way, but keep your back toward the tire before you start the down.
Okay.
Instead of opening the
Yes.
shoulder.
Yeah.
And slightly moving backward in the turn.
Okay.
Slightly moving backward in the turn.
Okay.
Now, on the way down, you will throw the rope fast by using the shoulder winder, the let go, winder, let go. Make it fast. So downswing
But
swing.
not with my arm, my shoulder.
Make the downswing more vigorous by using the winder in the backswing. Yes, in order to swing hard in the downswing, you have to have a good winder swing, winder swing, winder swing, winder swing. Yes, winder now. The timing is like that. Gotcha. No rush. And then particularly when you use the orange wave, first start with the short time. In order to have that kind of timing here, you have to minimize the bending of the wave. But at the end of the swing here, it bends quite a bit. That means before this is completed, you already tried to prove this.
Okay.
So let it go all the way until this is completed, and then swing, swing, swing. So try to minimize the bending. This is short one, so it will be easy, and then later we will use the different design.
You said have a more of this swing plan instead of. It feels more natural this way. I just thought I was reaching too much.
Yeah, just comfortable, assuming comfortable. Swing.
I can feel it bending.
Still, it's a dropping, but your shoulder already turned. You have to wait until this drops. Swing, 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 swing. Give it more time.
More time.
Yeah, so that this leads to then stop.
Okay.
When you push a swing, you don't push when it's moving toward you.
Yeah.
You have to wait until this is completed and then push. Right? The same thing. To keep a mature pace. Let it go. Let it go. Yes. Let it go. Swing. Swing. Then what happens is when you wait, if this is the actual club, before the club finishes this motion, you can pull it.
Yes.
Introduce this motion. The club goes higher. But when you wait until this is completed and then bring this down, it's like a drawing a sword from the shoe. So wait, and then I'll have the middle side going ready. You have to fight the urge to start the dancing. Give more time in the backswing, let it go.
We just want to swing continuously.
This time now. When you have this bouncing action like this, over here, then come down this way, then you're starting this motion before this is completed. But minimize the bending. Wait until this ends up here, and then start the downswing.
I was trying to control all this with the ground force, and then I'm focusing.
So your focus is to push the ground, the boot, and then you boot, body turn here, then let it go. Boot, body turn, then let it go. Instead of intention, try to shift. Swing, yes. Swing. 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 Oh, we rushed. As you repeat, you tend to go down. So make sure you have, imagine it. You have something here, a drum press here. By using the backswing, you are hitting that drum, and then let it go. Hit the drum, and then let it go.
With the backswing.
Yeah. That's
I like that.
your target position.
That's good.
Yeah. It's always about what kind of image you get.
Yeah, I like external focus too. Take less conscious control of your body.
Hit the drum behind. Hit the drum behind. Let it go. Yes. Hit the drum behind. Let it go. Yes. The time is after. Now you can really add your muscular effort on the down. Yeah, that's what I see here.
Okay.
This is longer.
Okay.
Because this is longer, it has more inertia. It's a bit harder to swing.
Especially at my height.
So you can chalk up, always I recommend support in the middle of the
Okay.
Again, feel the motion of the end of the, it's always important to feel the motion. And here's the drum here. So through the backswing, and hit the drum, backswing, hit the drum. Yes. 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 And then try to swing continuously. Swing, 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 swing. Yes, now you're not fighting. So having a good here, have a drum here, you hit the drum using the backswing, then let it go.
Am I doing it with my shoulders though, and not just too much wrist guard?
Now you have a lot more shoulders.
Okay.
And then the timing is a lot better. Now your lower body is supporting your upper body turn. Yes. Yes. Swing, low rush.
You can feel that.
Yeah. So you have a good pelvic turn here. From here, your lower body is supporting this action here. Yeah. Over here, but if you rush,
Right.
then you see now your main focus is swinging here instead of
Yeah.
quickly throwing the club at the beginning of the dance. Yes. Yes. It's heavier than the club, so you have to use the lower body to maintain the balance. Swing. Swing. Yes. So that's a lot better. Now let's go back to the rope.
Okay.
That kind of
It's lighter.
that kind of idea. Again, you are hitting the drum here on the backswing. So your body is not to rush down, but have a good enough backswing. Let go. Let it go. Yes. 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 To see how much time we have now.
Yeah.
Please, you're ready, and then let it go. You're ready, and then let it go. Is that all?
It feels like it lets it naturally mature.
Yeah, yeah.
My body will just make adjustments.
So when you have shoulder time, then you will drop the body slightly this way.
Got it.
So you have to be patient to do it. So with the good support from the right leg, enough turn, a slight drop in here. But your body is waiting for this final moment, and then let it go. Wait here, and then let it go.
I don't have to think as much about starting it with my back shoulder to the target if I just let it hit the drum.
Or maybe when you have enough shoulder turn, imagine that the drum behind you. And you don't have Yes. Yes. Now the deceleration toward the end of the swing is the last swing period.
Yeah.
So we're gonna not try to fight it,
Yeah.
but play with it.
I don't feel like I need to rush down from the top.
Then you go around your body and then boom.
That's
Then
right.
go to your body and then boom. Swing, yes. Swing. Swing. Yeah, that happens. Now let's go to your club. Now the club is the hardest because it's not the flexible.
Right.
So it does not do it for you. You have to let it go a bit more.
Okay.
So again, swing back and forth. If you want, you can chop it up. But swing back and forth again.
Over the teeth?
With more timing, more rush. As if you are swinging. Think that you are swinging a rope. So wait until the rope goes around your body. With your arm. That's a bit too much time. So that
Too much turn?
in the club is going all the way down. This is for the.
Too
long
much turn
runners.
with the shoulders or
So-
with the wrist? Or just too much
So
turn?
if you just let it go, if you don't have control, you just let it go all the way, it drops too much. So when you have a lot of wrist motion, this is one thing you have to worry about. Because
Yeah.
if you let go too much, you lose the control.
So I can make a long drive?
Still, we have the sensory inputs here.
Okay.
When you maintain reasonable tension here, then you have a better feel of where the club is going.
That makes sense.
So your goal is the club.
So where's the drum?
Club ends about here. Club ends about here. Not this one.
Okay.
Club ends about here. So you have the nice deceleration and finish that finish. So when the backswing motion is too fast, then the momentum will bring this too far down.
Yeah.
You have to have nice slow down here. So you have to pay attention to the motion of the club head. Finish here.
Okay.
Swing. Finish here. Swing. Finish here. Swing. Instead of. Yeah.
I'm not trying to get past very well.
And then if you are too relaxed again.
Okay.
Normally people have a really stiff wrist, so I kind of ask them to relax the wrist so that they have more motion. But in your case, you tend to use your wrist a lot. So if you go too loose, what happens? It just collapse too much.
I find that I overcorrect the other way, and I can do it just with my shoulders, and then it gets too stiff.
So when you feel the motion of the club head, ultimately the goal is to move the club head properly and then bring this position here. Okay. Swing, 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 then bring it here instead of. So you still have to have good deceleration. Then you have to control the elevation. Right? So slightly over the horizontal. If your goal is about this much, then because momentum will be more down, but your goal should be horizontal. Have good deceleration at the end. And instead, still is too fast. What happens is you go here and drag to come out here.
Yeah.
Go here and drag to come out. Instead, slow down a bit more and then wait here and then go.
Okay. I can do that. It's too far. You gotta feel the club head.
So you're too far, and then also it's just simply going backward.
Yeah.
Instead, slow down here using the body action, then let it go. Slow down, then let it go. So your interest is not introducing fast motion right up here, but rather down here.
So why did hitting the drum work with the rope, and it's
So-
not working here?
Throw the club here, using this motion, you will go to this position.
Ah, right.
On the way down, also swing here, not here. Okay, your focus is where the ball is. I see, you lost the control. That's why sometimes you hit the ball straight.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go. Again, it's a matter of overall controlling that motion here. You have to end up here, stop here, good deceleration here. You have to let your body move and then decelerate, stop here. Let it go, instead of this motion here. Good deceleration, finish, let it go, good deceleration. So, at the end of the back, you have to let the shoulder keep turning. Okay? Instead of shoulder stop the shoulder and then let the club go and then coming back right away.
Right.
You have to turn the shoulder more and then slow down here.
Okay.
turn the shoulder more and slow down and then let it go. So that your lower body is to be ready for the arm motion. When you use the rope, it's really nice, but with the club, you tend to use a lot of bouncing motion of the club. Now let's go to the stage three of the step drills.
Okay.
So you will introduce this trigger motion, and then bring it back, and then let it go. So the whole purpose is you have a continuous cleavage motion. Go here, bring it back here, and then let it go.
Okay.
It's not, the purpose is not go, rather wind up, and then the backswing should be a good wind up with that let go. Into what that means. Again. Again. So yeah, so at the end of backswing, if you let the shoulder turn more, and then push the ground with the right leg here, you are ready to go down.
Okay.
So using the backswing, you are doing this downswing activity. Yeah, that's a good well-connected motion. The whole thing is one continuous motion. Rushed. So again, if you just let the club go here, then you lose the control. So the goal is go up here and then swing this motion. Using the backswing, wind up and then swing. Using this backswing, throwing this club here. But if this goes too quickly, then
Am I too quick on the way back too? Okay.
so you have to all the way.
I was trying to do the counter movement.
All the way you have to
Faster back
feel the
here,
motion
so-
of the club.
okay.
This
Okay.
is one continuous,
yeah.
one continuous motion.
It would feel smoother.
Smoother.
Okay.
It's one continuous motion. One continuous motion. Pay attention to the motion of the club.
Okay.
So you're ultimately controlling the cleavage motion. Yeah, again. So don't lose the control of the club. Okay? By loosening, you will risk too much. In your case, maintain some tension. This is already rushed. So still, the shoulder has to be turn here so that your lower is ready to go down. Again, have a mature backswing. So ultimately, your effort is all the way down, right? So your body to swing this. In order to do that, you have a winder and vertical.
Okay.
But if you try to slap somebody, you don't do this. You don't do this. Rather, you let it go. So the backswing is the counter movement of the downswing. So if you go definitely too quick, if your body turns too quick here, you lose the control.
It's not so.
This body motion is a continuous motion connected to the downswing. So the shoulder turn should be continuous in the backswing. Like that.
That's smoother.
Again, it was a bit too quick. So in the backswing, you should have a good deceleration of the. Yes. Now
It feels really like 70%.
So when you do this, particularly in order to increase the effort in the downswing, you just need to wind up.
Okay.
Good wind up. With
Good wind up, but not rushed.
Mhm.
Okay.
If your shoulder is too quick, then you lose the balance or control. Okay. So again, the whole goal is if you pay attention to cleavage motion. So here. DJ, sing. For DJ, you have accent. Sing, you have accent. DJ is exaggerated. Yes. You heard the sound? The whipping sound. Yeah. Again. DJ, sing. And then at the end, you're not just letting it go, but still is under your control.
It feels
So,
so.
BJ, sing. And then here, at end of the trigger motion, here we work like the same idea. On this side,
rushing there too.
and then on this side.
Okay.
So here, BJ. Yes, now we have a lot better connected. Continuously. So you are maintaining the control over. And then your swing plane is too stiff, that's why you
Really?
hit the ground. You hit the ground. So one way to practice in your case is keep it a bit flatter. Start from here, swing, bring it down a little bit, swing, here. Swing, so gradually move it down, but both ways it never hit the ground.
So at address, I feel like I was trying to let them hang here, but it should be a little.
Even just lift the whole body.
Oh, just lift the
In
whole
your
body.
case- In your case, I want you to feel before you hit the ball, in your push-up routine, make sure you control this angle here. So you can go with a lot flatter swing first, and then bring it down a little bit. Swing.
So
Come down here,
here,
swing, but never hit the ground.
gotcha. Okay.
Either way. Stay three. Move the trigger. So using the trigger, you have active backswing, and then you have a good wind up, and then connect it to the downswing.
Does my posture look better?
Now you tend to have an outer swing plate right now, but that shouldn't be addressed later. But for the moment, your swing motion is high continuous.
That felt better.
So always when you have continuous motion, using the body to control this motion. And you have more time with it. Again, you're hitting the drum here, not giving this violent motion, but rather having enough wind up and touch on the back. Again, BJ, sing. And then in your case, because of your height, what you need is the wrist motion to a certain extent. So come down here, use the wrist, then try to throw the instead of swing.
I can, okay.
Your initial position is somewhat too straight here,
Yeah.
but keep this angle here, use the wrist.
Okay.
And then
So if my spine would be more upright, but still let it hang here.
let it go like this. Then you'll be able to make it a bit flatter.
How much do you want me to turn it over?
Just avoid the hitting the ground.
Okay.
Then you need the angle here. With that, introduce the wrist motion. The nice. Then your swing plane should be flatter than typical because it's short. Stay cool. Now, when you repeat this motion, it will become more natural with this way. Stay cool again. And also,
Is it too much wrist?
also at the end of the follow Let go all the way, turn instead of swing and finish and start. It's a continuous motion all the way. And we will increase the press. Your grip is holding it like this. Holding it. So as if you are shaking hands with someone, or holding like this instead of. Keep the elbows a bit closer. Then you will be able to keep the upper arms close to your chest. Yeah, you're dropping the early on. You're dropping the clavity down too much.
Here.
Here. So what happens is the clavity comes down too much. So try to be more flat. So here, go up here and then make it swing and then go this way instead of you drop it. Then try to. You have too much downward motion of the clavity early on in the function. Imagine this plane here. If this is your swing plane here, you will just bring the club along that way instead of dropping and trying to lift it up. Make the motion smooth. Now we have a lot less casting. And give a bit more time at the top. Yeah. If you give a bit more time, if you don't rush, then the swing control will come with that easy. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Now at the end of the downswing, you will let it go easily. Yes, swing. Very good. So using the trigger, have active backswing, give enough shoulder time, and then give more time in the transition phase. Let it go. Yes. Yeah. So that way you don't rush. The more importantly, now you have a lot less casting action. When you have casting action, the club head goes high up, right? And then has to come down higher to hit the ground. That's what we have inconsistent. But when you have a full control here and then swing through, in fact, you improve quite a bit because you don't have that.
Are my shoulders, am I doing the shun movement? Are my shoulders turning it up?
Just to try to give enough shoulder turn, and then connect it to the downswing to give more time at the top. No rush. No rush. Now that was good. You drop the foot a bit less down. That's good. Yes.
Just when I give it time to mature and hit the drum, everything gets better.
So your goal is to move the club along this consistent plane. So go up, wait until then while you are giving more time, you're aiming the target and then let it go instead of rushing down. You have a missile to shoot it. Aim well at the beginning and then shoot it, right? So at the end of the backswing, by using the backswing motion, you put right the intention, good aim, let it go. Yes. Yes, now the swing motion is a lot consistent. Now, once you get used to this rhythm, then you may have some changes the way you hit the ball. Currently, to me, your swing looks like somewhat outward, can be outward, but we cannot do anything.
It's a little too out.
So let's wait until you settle with this rhythm.
Okay.
And then you can adjust the way you hit the ball.
Okay.
If it's too far outward, if the ball starts going to the right, then you have to adjust the swing, the direction of the swing by turning left more. Instead of dropping here, you have to turn left more. The key is a connected motion.
You want me to try and hit a little fade?
So then I would stay on the left side of the paddle.
Okay.
Try to swing forward. So when you want to change the direction, you have to first work with the trigger.
Okay.
Keep the trigger flat.
Flat,
And-
yeah.
And then you have to make the change in the backswing. Unless you change the backswing, it's hard to change the downswing.
With a flatter trigger.
And then go a bit more laterally instead of going backward in the backswing.
So just let it go that way more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to lift it high enough, but simply just
Yeah.
change the direction.
Okay.
Or here and then about here, and then swing this way. Or here and then go this way and then swing that way.
Uh-huh.
Versus go a bit flatter and then bring it this way. Yes. If you can truly change the direction, then everything will go to the Still, you go up or a bit more right, but you keep down. This is how you start the bounce.
Yeah.
No matter what you do here, whether you go with the steeper pad or flat pad, still on the way down, you're coming this way. That's why it goes out.
Okay.
So if you want to swing leftward, then you have to go up, maintain that and come down instead of going looping around.
I'm worried about that being too outside in and slicing. Like just the middle ground.
Just to try to. This time we're just playing with the direction of the swing.
Okay.
It's now is a square, but not to me. You try to intentionally swing this way.
Okay.
It's exaggerated. Now I'm way on the left side. Still going that way.
No.
So this is the thing.
Okay. I'll
So
work on it.
oftentimes, corporate doesn't know what he's doing, right? So in your case, if your goal is to swing this way more, then you have to adjust the backswing and then swing that way. But if you keep, even if the trigger is flat here, you go up here and then coming down this way,
Yeah.
then you always go there.
Right.
So
Okay.
this is something you have to practice.
Okay.
If you can intentionally change the direction of swing, then that means that if you know you are hitting too far out, then you can adjust it better. But for the moment, the key is this continuous motion. Again, so stay tuned. And motion continuous.
the way down, try to increase your effort. By having good wind-up and try to swing harder on the way down. Yes. So in order to swing hard, you have to really maintain good posture up here.
And I can
And
control
keep
it.
more time.
Okay.
And then let your body prepare for the downswing. Yes, you see. That increase,
So I can control that speed if I let my body prepare.
the speed.
Can increase when you have a good posture, you have more time,
Gotcha.
so that your body ready to go
Okay.
and swing instead of rushing with your hand.
Okay, we put all that together.
Good wind up and wait until the enough tension is built. Then you see, now the swing becomes more active because you are allowing the body to prepare for the downswing. And all the way down, try to keep the gaze on the ball a bit longer. So now the sound is very different. The whipping sound is very different. So now this is possible because you can really prepare your body for the downswing.
Okay.
This is the stage.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, use the stage 3 as your push-up routine. And then, now pretend that there is a ball here.
Okay.
So first do the stage 3 as your push-up routine. Okay? And then try to have a regular swing. Between the stage 3 and your regular swing, we have to have reasonable time here. So you don't wait too long. You don't rush. And also, remember how you move your body in stage 3. They use it with your regular swing. So in the regular swing, more than anything, you have to have enough backswing, wide enough backswing, give more time, and then okay, now remember that. Again,
All right.
at the beginning, you use the wrist.
Yeah.
Only to use the wrist. If stage 3 gives you this motion, also try to move the body and then try to let it go instead of using wrist. So that's why you have to remember what you do within the stage. That's good timing. Now. Before, you see, this is
Lifted it.
arms up. Before the body shifts, you lift your arm.
Yeah, I can feel that.
But here, if this naturally keeps you shift to this side,
Yeah.
then you have to shift first and then move the body. Instead of lift.
Okay.
Start lifting with the body shift. Start station with body shift. That feels good. That's better. That's better. But still, you let it
Yes.
let it go. Let
I
it
can
go.
feel
So
it. Okay.
again, maintain the tension reasonably.
Okay.
So let it go, and then your goal is to have enough shoulder turn and have more time. to let it go.
Okay.
But when you let the wrist go here, you drop
Yeah.
here.
Release all that
Then you
tension.
will start.
Right. Okay.
So again, pay attention to the clear head motion. Your goal is to do the clear head nicely. Okay? Yes, to that motion. And then we have the same thing in the regular swing. Now let's go.
I felt the club head better. Okay.
So this is
Still a little stiff, but.
this is your home.
Okay.
And it takes some time to really take advantage of the state with your regular swing.
And that last swing, am I pushing well
it should double. So
Now you're using your wrist less and less.
Okay.
So that's why you can use your thigh.
Hmm.
Again, it stays to the
I wasn't focusing as much on the push as much as sort of letting it mature, but
it's enough backswing.
it's still pushed. Okay.
If your body is ready, then all the way down, you use your body. If you, by instinct, you know that your body is not ready,
Yeah.
then you use your arms.
Use my arms, right?
That's enough. So,
Yeah, I can feel just giving it time for my body to.
this is something you have to do diligently.
Okay.
And always try to have a good intention. When you have the image of swing that you want to develop, then you can do it better. But you just you lose the
Yeah.
focus.
Sometimes I find that if I'm really trying to have a good rotation of my shoulders, I sometimes forget to shift my shoulders.
The goal is to go, and then prepare your body.
And that'll automatically shift my shoulders.
For that, you have to shift. And then
Yeah.
good wind up with that natural to have reasonable, recently.
Okay.
Your goal is to wind up your body and then when you have the backswing, still it's too abrupt. So from the trigger motion, and this is also continuous motion. And then instead of
Yeah.
everything should be connected.
It's eager to get back there.
Then one continuous motion. Yes. So when you have enough time here,
Yeah.
when you have reasonable time here and then continuous motion, automatically you have more time.
Makes sense.
When you rush here, then you also rush there.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yes. It's a lesson. But that's okay. If it's at the end you wrist motion added, then it's not as bad as.
If I let it mature with my shoulders, then I don't need.
But so the key is when you have a continuous smooth motion you don't have to drop it. Like this. You have smooth motion here. You go with this direction. You don't have to drop it. When you drop it, then eventually strike the cross.
Okay.
So again, pay attention to the climate motion. It's continuous, wind up and eventually. Yeah. So when you have backswing, it is a too jerky, then this happens.
Mm-hmm.
So from here, when you have good continuous motion, it's a body motion. So in the backswing also you have a continuous motion instead of,
That last one was a little too big.
so instead of going like this,
I do it.
and then that. Good wind up and then feel tension in your body. That's a bit better, but still, all the way down you use the wrist. So this is something you have to constantly go over. So for the time being, instead of rushing to hit the ball, diligently practice this. Okay. So if this is a regular stage three swing, and mini stage three.
I forgot to hit the drum. Let me hit the drum one. That one helps.
So let's this time let's have a three-step approach. Have a full stage three,
Okay.
and have a mini stage with a string motion about this.
Okay.
but still give enough time.
Yeah.
Motion is smaller, but then that doesn't mean you rush. Okay? Still, and then emphasize this first one.
And then the
And
refrain.
refrain.
Okay. Come on.
Yes. Then mini state 3. You started using this.
Yeah.
We're using this more, but that's okay. The motion now is a lot better than the previous one. So again, this three-stage approach. Sometimes when you do this continuously, you have this correct. Swing, swing, swing. When you do this continuously with a good time gap between these.
Yeah.
So
It just flows,
the
right?
time gap is also part of the formula. That way you can activate the backswing. Bring down, release state three. There you go, yes. Then reverse swing. There you go. Nice. So this is another stroke. So always try to remember the rhythm developed through. Swing. 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 But try to maintain the same body motion. Oh, my fingers. I have pain in my fingers right now, so. Release the single body motion. And go. And then, Vijay Singh. So, internally, let's do this. Let's do this. When you use the full stage three, Vijay Singh. So here, motion is smaller, but you use body more. Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh. The same time. Now we're relying less and less on your vision.
Yeah.
But this is something you have to develop.
All right. Yeah, I can feel the movements. I just need.
So the main purpose of this session is to reprogram your body motion, have better connection and a better flow. And once you have this in place, you can refine it. But when you start hitting the ball, if you pay too much attention to hitting the ball, you lose it.
Right.
So give enough practice so that you can do the rhythmic motion without anything. Then start.
Thank you very much.
You have made so many swings today, but
Thank you.
gradually you will have
Yeah, it feels very good. I have some very specific things to focus on.
Cool. All right.